they run it down through the bone and they bolt it to this, and they got another one that comes up and clamps, and it was pretty. I'm going, oh my God! I'm glad it's not me, but I think it sucks that it's Sandy.
Oh my
goodness!
He's only saying that because she's not with us right now.
I feel so bad. I do. I feel so bad for her because
that's horrible.
It is.
But she'll be good for 2020.
Yeah, she's ready to go. She'll
be ready for the season opener out here.
Here's the thing: living with her and watching the frustration she's experiencing right now, because you guys know how Sandy doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Sandy does not stop. She's on the go all the time. The frustration that she is trying to contain.
Sure.
It's hard. It's hard.
Your
for
dominant arm is no longer.
It would be easy for her to overdo it, but she's holding back. She's
holding
back.
And the fact that she has been. I mean, where is she? She's upstairs.
Yeah.
She's been overdoing a little bit lately. You know, she gets in that rhythm and starts going, and I got to remind her. Couches over there. Sit down and relax. Let's watch a movie.
It's been weeks.
So you've been having to step up your game around the house, huh, Corey?
Yeah, and
You're the model husband now.
I am. I'm near the perfect husband.
Right.
Pretty much.
I'm washing dishes.
Pretty near.
None of that is.
We got to get a vote. We got to get her opinion on this one too.
Listen, before she comes down,
everything keeps looking over his shoulder.
Everything I said is completely untrue.
I got to put my hip waders.
Yeah, you might want to get a full-on bodysuit. No, I got to give the kids credit. They've stepped up to help her a lot. They really have.
Huge change.
It's been, we've all pitched in, doing laundry and the dishes and cleaning the house and, helping take care of her. It's tough. It's tough when you see someone as active as her have to slow down because, it can make things worse. But they've done a good job. Exceptional job. Kids are, stepping up. Chloe.
This is kind of showing Chloe, the 15-year-old, what adulthood is like.
Well, this kid at 15, our daughter
already
at 15.
25.
She's amazing.
Thank you.
She's graduates from
How many kids? Well, she's not even 15 yet. She's 14 years old. She has a job, a salary job. She's working 3 hours a day. She's got $1,000 a month salary.
That's amazing.
She's my office manager. She's taking care of things.
She's running the show for Dave over Northwest Trucking in the office side.
At 14 years.
Stepping up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She will graduate high school by the end of her sophomore year. That is a fact.
She gets 3 credits for working for me.
Yes.
So she makes $1,000.
This kid is on point. So she has been phenomenal in helping around here with Sandy and working. And yesterday I was out there, taking care of the property, and she's taking care of stuff in here for her mom. And it's tested the family, an injury like this.
Yeah.
But it'll all work out. I think this 11 days in the sun will help Sandy, kind of just relax and hang out and get some of the stress off of her. She can't do anything around here. She'll be on the beach or whatever, but she needs it. She's earned it.
We're kind of different. You go to Kona, you lay around, you drink Mai Tais or whatever the heck you drink over there. And
green beer.
What am I doing? I go to a place, I have no idea what I'm eating. I just point at the menu.
He goes to Ukraine.
I can't speak most of the language. I know greetings and stuff, but it's just a different world, and it's I kind of like it.
He goes where everybody's cold and angry, and
I make those.
We go to where it's sunny and everybody's happy.
He pulls out a $10 bill and he's a rich man.
Right.
And I go to work.
In there.
Yeah,
I go to a place.
You got to do that to go to Kona.
I go in there. They don't speak a word of English.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there for 2 weeks. I walk in there. Several people go, "Good morning, David," and it is. And I go up whenever I go to a restaurant or anything. I always say "Privyet," which is "thank you" in Russian, and they're just amazed. And one of them was laughing. I asked my friend. I said, "What are they laughing about?" She said, "They worked there for 20 years, and you're the first person to ever say thank you for giving them food, for them giving me food." And it's just, I'm changing.
Culture over there is very stern.
So you're changing that whole culture over there.
I'm changing the whole culture right now, one person at a time.
By the time he leaves this time, they're all going to be known as Branch Davidians. Sorry, Dave.
It's enjoyable.
Isn't this a racing show?
It is, but,
we got to talk about our lives,
Sometimes you've got to sit around and BS.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Remember, they had a dirt track there I went to last July, and what I saw there was some ostriches. That was it.
That's crazy.
And it was a car dirt track.
That's crazy.
From the
you know
past.
what those ostriches do when they go into the pits, right? They bury their heads in the ground so they can get worked on.
That's right. And Dave's the one working on them, rubber gloves and all.
Oh, no.
You're a sick man,
Hey,
Dave.
thank you for at least the rubber gloves.
Dirty Dave. Come on.
Let's get back to Bud Nationals
Okay,
and West Coast Nationals. We rabbit trailed big time there.
Wow.
Hard Luck Award definitely goes to Robbie Sawyer.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I would give it to. Even worse than Joey, I think, running second, getting black flagged, and the wreck on night number 1. What else racing-wise stood out for you guys? Anything that you saw that, the 4 and 5 wide through turns 3 and 4?
Yeah, there was a couple. I was jumping up and down like a little school kid. Oh my God, Tim! Look, they're 5 wide.
Yeah.
And just to see them that close to each other, and it was like it looked orchestrated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys drove smooth.
Mm-hmm. What'd you think about the tech?
That was pretty cool. That was
There's
cool.
There's not one tech official down there.
No. And
No,
every
there's a
time
team of them.
Okay, so get this. As I'm standing up there and I'm pacing back and forth behind the fence, and I look down at the tech pad, and you know what kept popping into my head every time I'm looking at the tech pad? What about the tech pad? Tell me about the tech pad.
I'm asking.
I'm thinking about dirt track things.
Right.
What I'm thinking, and
You hit everything but the tech pad.
Exactly. And these guys out there are rubbing skins all over that wall on every corner of that track.
Yep.
And they pull up on that tech pad. That's the safe spot. To me, it just felt like a halo was over the top of that tech pad.
Yeah.
But being out in them pits, almost getting run over how many times?
Oh yeah, that is one pit area. There's a lot going on. Your head's on a swivel.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a freeway intersection out there.
Yeah.
Right at the base of turn 2 down there.
Yeah.
And as they're lining up divisions ready to go, you got a group here, a group there, and a group over here, and then you got the latecomers that are trying to get up to the front of the group in the lineup, and that's where you about get pinched.
Yeah.
And I'm watching guys on dirt bikes and pit bikes and quads and golf carts almost getting plowed by 25, 30-mile-an-hour race cars flying through the pits to get out to the track.
Yeah.
And I'm going, wow, we need some traffic control out here. Almost put on a pair of Daisy Dukes and got the little orange spikes and started dancing out
Please
there.
don't ever do that.
I won't, I promise.
Ever.
You gotta wear your cowboy boots too.
Wear my cowboy boots and my Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, cowboy boots.
I was
and
watching
Daisy
them
Dukes.
4 and 5 wide coming around.
Dave's
around
got
the
some great
corners,
video.
Coming around the corners, turn 4, and I'd be filming them, and I'm looking at them, and they're all. It's like they were all placed there.
Yeah.
They got the exact same distance between them, the same angle. And my thought was, man, I hope Nina's getting this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
I
I'm
got
sure
it.
she was. She's right on top of everything. But it was amazing they could do that with 5 cars wide.
I know.
The other Hard Luck Award that I would hand out. Who else would I go to?
Me.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
Let me just tell you.
absolutely.
Talk
That
about
was
cameras falling
The
on
Uh-huh.
most tragic thing it's like watching your child choking and you're like, save it. And they were grabbing it, and I don't like letting people touch my baby. And they're grabbing it and taking it apart, and you guys are reaming on it. I'm like, I don't care. Make it work.
Find
Make
me
it
a
stick
knife.
together.
You guys understand
I'm
though. This is
freaking
a $8,000-9,000 camera.
Yeah. I stopped breathing. I'm pretty sure I wasn't breathing.
Gary and I
you
went.
were shaking.
I was.
Gary and I got up in the booth and
Yep.
did a little surgery, and
Yep.
I started it and got some arteries hooked up, and you came back in and did the major work and fixed it, and
Yeah.
It still
thank
has.
God.
Well, she was worried about me with that knife in my hand because I just needed something thin and sharp that I
Right.
could push the seal back down in there because that's what was
I'm all-
canting it off to
okay,
the side.
so my cage is apart though, and I'm like, watch the inside of that. But I'm not telling them that, but I'm doing it in my head, going, "Oh my god, okay, just make it work." Okay, is it working?
Well, her camera cost more than some of the cars that were there.
Yes.
I'm not kidding you when I say that, you guys.
Yes.
We finally got that thing back in action, and she was right back down where it fell off the wall, and
It acted up a little bit, but it managed to make it through.
thank God she's got insurance on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my
It's going
goodness.
back now, right?
It is going back now.
Yep, new one for 2020.
Yep.
When it fell off the wall, thank God it fell inside the racetrack and not outside.
We all just stared at it. I'm
just-
like, that just.
But she
Did that
moved.
just happen?
She moved quick. My initial concern, I thought it was gonna be the lens that would be the problem. It wasn't the lens. It was the body.
The way it fell.
Yeah, it was a pretty scary moment. I thought, oh no, she came all this way, and
And that was night one.
That wasn't the first time the thing is. We were getting ready to leave for, I think it was...
right out here.
Right
what
out
was
here,
the other double race we did?
We did the
Cottonwood
Cottonwood
Classic.
Classic.
Cottonwood Classics, and I watched all of my lenses and my case fall
Scatter.
off the back of my truck and
We had a
just
full yard sale.
bounce. And I just... And then the very next weekend, my back window got broken out.
Yeah.
It was a rough year.
Hey, you know what? And you know what? To be honest, I could have held that thing a little tighter as you were jumping your truck.
I didn't take any blame. That's just the life of, we were having fun. Some things are meant to get broken.
Last year at the Bud Nationals, Ed got into the fence with the drone and flipped it, and it landed on the straightaway. And we've all.
Yeah, we've taken some damage.
It was one of those. It happens.
It happens.
It's part of the game.
Speaking of damage, another award we can give is to the GoPros. Those things have been troopers all year.
Yeah.
How many lenses did we lose? We lost five of the 6 lenses, I believe, down there at Bakersfield. Now, there's no rocks on that track like there is at other tracks.
But it's a hard clay.
Oh,
but it is a hard clay, and that
But
stuff.
here's the thing: 5 of the 6 lenses, they have to be replaced. But none of those cracks went across the eye of the camera. They're we still got good footage off every one of them. You can't even see it. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And what got me was, as heavy as the track was on night 2, didn't get any clay on the lenses.
Yeah.
So we had a good view.
Oh, man, my lens kept getting nailed.
Was it?
To be fair, it was inches away, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you were.
We had cameras on over the weekend. We were on Joey Tanner. We were on Rob Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
We were on Ethan Dotson.
Bobby
Hogue. Cody. We got Cody Laney.
We got a front and rear for the night 2.
Chet Reeves.
Yep, Chet Reeves.
We had some really, really good action on those cameras that we'll get edited and posted up. And
so tell me this: how come? Is it just luck, or so that night I chose where I was going to place the cameras, and we got wins with all the cameras that night.
Every car ended in victory lane.
So how's that for a 10 second?
So is this?
So this is a thing. See, this is a thing. Okay, again, we go back to the Cottonwood.
Yeah.
Or was it the modified race?
It was the modified race.
It was
we started with.
Yes, the R. Charles. When I just said, you know what, Gary, your job, your call. You put the camera. I didn't tell him. We get down there. We talked about a couple cars, and I said, yep, put them on these guys. And we, it was like 2 cameras. I said, put them on these guys. The rest of the cameras, I said, your call. And every camera ended up in victory lane. And guys having to work coming through the field too.
Yes, and so we got good footage from those. This year has been a very lucky year when it comes to camera placement.
Yes.
Yep.
Where we have been in the middle of action, it seems like on every event. And I cannot wait till all this stuff over the winter will get edited and we can look at it and really start posting some of that stuff because it's amazing. I mean, I was in awe when we were on the airplane watching the videos from night 1.
Yeah. Well, there was you guys were over there laughing like, "Oh, look at that!" And I'm like, "What?" I was half asleep coming home. I look over and Carrie says, "You got to see this footage we're looking at." You guys are already editing. Nina's sitting on the aisle across from me, one seat up. I can see her phone. She's working. She's editing pictures and putting stuff in packages. And I was like, man. It was the one chance I had like all weekend to relax was the flight home. So I look back. You and Dave are editing videos, and everybody on the phone, everybody in the plane's kind of like trying to peek
looking over
the
shoulder.
Yeah, trying to see what they're like. Oh, look at that! Oh man, 3 wide. And I'm like, man, you guys should be announcers, right?
So we get Dave to spin it towards Corey so he can see it after I said that, right? Corey, you got to call this race. Oh no, man, no.
But the video they're showing me was. Who was that? The camera was off the back of one of the cars, and someone else was just driving right up under the. I mean, it looks like they're coming into your front room. I'm like, man, it was a great race.
That's exciting.
Who was that?
That was
that
was rear camera footage that was on. Oh, what car was that?
It was either Joey or it was Bobby.
I think it was actually.
It was Bobby Hogue coming up underneath.
Yeah, Bobby was coming up under somebody.
Under Laney.
Was it Laney?
Yeah. First couple laps, but it was just incredible footage. I mean, how those guys can do what they do and not take each other out. Phenomenal talent. Joey's in-car camera, I got to watch some of that. There was some great footage off of that. And watching him start 17th and drive through the field, really, really good footage on some of that stuff. So we'll get that stuff.
We
put
got
up.
the placement down on those cameras now, and as we were playing, Tim would set up some cams, and we'd be looking at them, and he goes,